fellow connoisseurs of YouTube content. Today I'm going to be playing a game called Egg Kevin's House, which is where I'm assuming that you play as a character who's going to egg Kevin's house. So let's just jump into it. So I picked the female character, and immediately I was presented with my character and a character named Billy running down the street. So apparently, because this guy named Kevin told on Billy for sticking gum in his hair, he was going to throw eggs at his house. And I asked him to reconsider again, but he said no. So Billy just went right ahead and started throwing eggs at the house while I was just sitting there watching, until eventually one of the eggs hit a candle that lit the inside of the house on fire. I immediately ran after Billy, not wanting to get caught for the situation, while the house went up in flames. Kevin, understandably, wasn't too happy about this. Right after, the fire got on the local news, and I had learned that there had been one casualty in the accident, but other than that, there were no traces of a suspect. 20 years later, however, we cut back to Sam, Billy, and a guy named Steven standing in front of the burnt down house that is currently in shambles. Apparently, we were here to get video evidence of ghosts to post on the internet. When Billy was explaining this idea to me, I just stayed silent, and I could tell he wasn't too happy with that, but we still decided to keep going. Going inside, Billy and Steven were pretty happy with the location of their new filming set, but I wanted to take a look around, to which they replied with wanting me to meet them outside once I had finished. I walked around the house for a little bit, but eventually decided I was satisfied myself and went outside. Once I met back up with my friends, we decided that we would come back tomorrow to film. The next night, everyone was ready except for, well, me. I was hesitant, to say the least, about going back into the creepy building. Steven and Billy had already started filming, but they wanted me to go to another room in the house and make a loud noise midway through their intro to the video. I'm pretty sure I did a good job because you could clearly see them startled by this incident. After the recording was cut off, we got back together to reconvene. The next night, Billy and I came back to the abandoned house to continue filming. Steven had gotten there earlier because he wanted to set a few things up for filming. Apparently, our video had gotten a lot of views just overnight, so that's why, of course, we were coming back to get more content. Billy and I went inside, but we noticed that Steven wasn't anywhere to be found, so we decided to go look for him ourselves. I walked around for a little bit, but soon we realized that he really just wasn't in the house. Unless he could have gone into the creepy basement, which Billy and I decided to check out. Once we got down to the basement, we both agreed that it was super creepy and we didn't like it at all, so we just decided to head back up. Before we did that though, I ended up finding a pair of Steven's headphones. While I bent down to pick them up and tried to call for Billy, I was immediately knocked out. When I came to, I heard a mysterious voice telling me that Billy would be fine. After that though, the mysterious voice revealed itself to be Kevin from all those years ago. Kevin woke Billy up and introduced himself to him as well, by punching him of course, which you should never do. Kevin explained that he wasn't at home at the time, but that his mother was, and she was the one casualty in the accident. He had a lot to talk about with Billy, though. Billy and I immediately put two and two together then and realized that we were the cause of the house burning down. It was our fault, and Kevin knew it, and he was ready to get revenge. Kevin was going to burn the house down again, but this time with Billy and I inside it. Kevin knocked over a candle, which lit the inside of the basement on fire. Billy frantically screamed at me to help him get out of here, but I accepted my fate, knowing that it was my fault for all of this. I woke up in a hospital bed a little while later, to a nurse entering my room. She explained that someone with a really bad burn on their face had dropped me off at the hospital a little while ago. The nurse did say that they had left an audio tape for me and left me alone to listen to it in private. Once I pressed play, I realized that it was Kevin's voice. He was saying that he had brought me here because it wouldn't have been fair to let me die for something that Billy caused. Kevin went on to say that he had done what he needed to do, and that I wouldn't be hearing from him anymore, and that I shouldn't go try to look for him. Well, with a total completion time of 14 minutes and 47 seconds, I got the rescued ending in this game, and I certainly recommend that you go play it. It was quite the roller coaster, but I did have such a fun time getting to record and make this video for you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!